everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'd like to welcome you here. Tonight I thought I would share a fun little treat idea. So Easter is coming quick. I know, can you believe it? I can't. Easter just seems way too early this year with being April 1st and with also being April Fools. So I wanted to make a little treat idea. Now if you have Easter dinner or maybe you have kids that go to school, grandchildren or whatever, and you wanted to make a little treat for them, I thought that this would be a great idea. And I'm just looking for, okay. So the base of what I'm creating is using these clear tiny treat boxes by Stampin' Up! Okay, so they come in a package. You get 16 of them, and they're really inexpensive, and they're a great way to create some fun ideas. So when you get it, don't think that they're cracked or something. There is a protective coating on here. So you're going to want to go ahead and remove that before you start. When I first got them, I opened it up and I thought, oh no, they're all scratched, they're cracked. And then when I looked closer, I was like, duh, they are not. So they're very easy to assemble. They're this real nice clear acetate. You just have to fold them like this. Fold that in there, fold this in here, fold a little flap over. So then the bottom just kind of goes in like that. And then what I'm going to fill inside are these Springtime Mix Dove chocolates. So we'll go ahead and put a couple of those in there. And they're just so springy and so fresh. So even if you're doing a little bridal shower or something, because wedding time is coming up, so this would make a cute little idea just to put some like little Thin Mints in there or whatever you want. So, excuse me, I have this nasty cough. I don't know if any of you have this cough thing, but I have had this cough forever. So, and I can't seem to get rid of it. So if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. I have a strip of Garden Green cardstock. It's cut at 1 by 11, and this was just a scrap that I had laying around. So I'm going to use the tear and tape. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have my cup of actually I have a cup of coffee. I probably should have made myself a cup of tea with some honey. I'm going to run my tear and tape along the bottom first. And what this does is this gives me a cutting line. I'm going to use my paper snips and just going to, and I don't know if you just heard that, but I'm hoping that wasn't gunshots. I'm hoping it's just like fireworks. Sometimes people in this area, I don't know, I guess they just like to party. So you would take maybe a little bit more time with this. If you have our fringe scissors that retired, they would be great for this. And by putting that tape there, that's preventing me from going all the way and cutting it all the way through. So you get the gist of that. This is what we're going to do. So I have one already done. Here we go. So I just have to go ahead and run my tear and tape on this one, because that was a last minute thought, was to put that on there first, because when I was doing this one, I was kind of like, oh boy, I almost cut right through it. So this is real easy, and you want to use some sort of adhesive on here that's going to stick to the acetate. So here is my front, and you'll see I already kind of have this pre-scored just by going along the box. So I'm going to go ahead and whoop, put this along the bottom. Alright. It's very quick and simple. And I overlapped a little bit, but that's going to be the back. So then you want to floof this up a little bit. Alright. There we go. So there's our little Easter grass on our little box. So next I was like, okay, so now I have to find a stamp set that is Eastery. And this year I did not purchase a stamp set for Easter. Probably because it just seemed like it came too quickly. So I have this garden girl, and look, there's a little bunny on there. So I'm going to use the bunny, and I'm going to use the butterfly too. And I'm going to use my Memento ink, and let's go ahead and mount these. So I'm going to stamp my bunny with Memento ink, and you're going to want to do that 4 times if you want. So, and again, this is a great way to use up your little scraps, because we all have these little pieces of scrap that we don't know what to do with. So this makes it perfect. Let me just clean that off for using up your little scraps. Now when you're using Memento ink, and I'm going to be using my Stampin' Blends, you do want to make sure that this ink is dry on here. So I'm going to put this aside, make sure that dries. And I already have some that are already stamped prior to you all coming. So what I want to do is I want to spruce up my little bunnies. I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends. This is the light smoky slate. And what I want to do with this is just kind of highlight around. I probably want to use the nub end because that's a little thick. Yeah, this is better. I have better control with this. And I'm just going to kind of outline, highlight the stamped areas that were already here. And again, you'll take a little more time than I am. But I only get so much time with my videos, and I don't know, maybe a little boring for you to watch me do this. Okay, so they're just highlighted. And I'm going to go ahead with the dark pink pirouette and just kind of color in his ear, her ear. Okay, just like that. All right, so then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to go ahead and get my butterflies. And the butterflies, I'm going to use the pink pirouette. I'm going to use the dark Daffodil Delights, and I'm going to use the light Bermuda Bay. They kind of look Eastery to me. So I'm going to start with my lightest color first. I'm going to kind of go around here like that, and then I'm going to go around here on the outside edge, and you'd go ahead and color all these. Coloring is so therapeutic sometimes. I even like to watch people color. They always think like, ooh, nobody wants to sit there and watch me color, but I don't know, I just think it's therapeutic. I'm going to go ahead with my pink pirouette. I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of this butterfly, like that. And this colors very easily. And you can make these butterflies any color you want them to be. But I just think they just holler spring. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead with my light Bermuda Bay. And I'm just going to color this in here, like that. And then you'll go ahead and color all of those. So next, unfortunately, unless you have a Brother ScanNCut, you can go ahead and run this through your Brother ScanNCut. I do own one, but these are so simple to cut out. And when you're cutting, one of the tips I have to tell you is it's okay to leave a little bit of the white on the edge. The little bit of white kind of fools your eye to make you think that your cutting is perfect when it really is not. So go ahead and just trim this out and keep your scissors still and move your paper around. If you notice, I'm just wisping this paper all around. Just like that. And look how quick and simple that was to cut out. And you'll go ahead and do the same thing with your little bunnies. So you don't have to sit and watch me do all that. I already have them done. But you know what? Let me cut out a bunny. Just because. What's that on there? my bunny has a blemish, so let me use this one. Same thing with this. Leave a little white around it to fool the eye. Make it think that your cutting is straight and perfect. Around the tail, I'm just going to kind of wiggle it around. Go up around the ears. Moving your paper and keeping your scissors straight. Alright. Okay. There. Painless, right? You betcha. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a little bit of Wink of Stella and kind of put that on the little bunny's tail there and give him a little glisten in his eye. And you can do the same on your butterfly. Make that glisten a little bit. And then what I did is I already did these ahead of time. Let me bring them in. And they really didn't take much time at all. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here it is. 4. So I'm just going to go ahead to my butterflies and add my Wink of Stella. And if you go back and watch a previous video I did, I explained to you how to extend the use of your Wink of Stella when you think that all the fluid inside is gone. How to just add some alcohol to it and bring it right back to life again. And then even after that, what you can do is you can go ahead and use it as an aqua brush if you want for painting. Alright, so there we are. We got our bunnies, we got our butterflies. We're going to go ahead and bring in our box. And I'm going to take some dimensionals and put them on the back of my bunnies. I got 4 bunnies because my box has 4 sides. And we're just going to go ahead and tuck him into the grass like this. Very simply. If you wanted to put a ribbon on here, you certainly can. Just tuck him in there. And then the butterflies, we're going to do the same. So you see how simple and quick this can come up? I mean, if you didn't like to do all this fussy cutting, you very easily could go ahead and use a designer series paper to decorate the outside. Let me pull these little pieces here. You can use that without having to do any coloring at all, and it would make the project even really more simple. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel the backing off of there, and a butterfly right here. And you see how cute this comes up? I just love it. And if you didn't want to give candy, there's many other kind of treats and things you can stick in, like a bath bomb or something fun like that. And there you have it. There is your cute little box. Like I said, if you wanted to put a ribbon on the top, you can. But this just gives you a quick idea of something that you can create. How nice would that be sitting on everybody's table at Easter time? You know, put a little bow on top if you wish. And what a cute little idea. A little cute Easter box. Something filled with some fun treats and sweets. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in placing an order, go ahead onto my online store. It's open 24/7 at StampinSueCreates.stampinup.net. Be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Share it with your friends. And if you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll receive notification when I upload new videos. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a super Stampin' night, and I'll see you all again back here real soon. Bye-bye for now.